All for joining us today, and a special thank you to all the state representatives and the co-chairs for being our great spokespeople here for the Millennial Action Project. My name is Stephen Olikara. I'm the founder and president of the Millennial Action Project, and we've been going from state to state building a movement of young lawmakers who are committed to doing exactly what the co-chairs mentioned here today, and that is creating a better politics in a political environment where young people feel like they have a voice in their government and where young people actually believe you can make a difference through public service. Now, the challenges are great, and the reason why we founded this organization is because today a majority of millennials don't believe that politics will solve the problems that we're faced with. And less than a third of us see public service as an honorable career track. It's our belief that our democracy relies on the replenishment of young, dynamic leaders to enter government. But as has been mentioned today, it's too difficult in many ways, and there is a creeping cynicism that I think has infected our politics because of the worsening gridlock and the polarization, the way that people aren't listening to one another anymore. The goal of this Future Caucus and so many others across the country, as Representative Fahey mentioned, this is now our 27th Future Caucus launch in the country, is to embody that goal of America, e pluribus unum, out of many one, to model the type of leadership that we want to see in this country. And I'm so grateful that the representatives here and senators have dedicated themselves to that effort. And they now join a increasingly large network across the country. Now over 600 young lawmakers are joined the Future Caucus network from red, blue, and purple states. We've been everywhere from California to Texas, Florida to Wisconsin, Vermont, Nebraska. Every type of state you can imagine has now started to join this network, and they are now part of a larger community of lawmakers who believe in this mission. Now, from this point onward, Millennial Action Project will continue to partner with the Future Caucus, serve as a resource in any way that they need us to be. And we also have convenings nationally that help different chapters share best practices and ideas across state lines. So that's the opportunity we have in front of us, and we're just so grateful to have met Representative Fahey about a year ago when we first started having these conversations. And I know the Future Caucus has had meetings throughout the year, and I really appreciate the deliberative approach that you've had, a really thoughtful way of looking at these issues. And I think the four issues you mentioned have a tremendous amount of bipartisan potential. On an issue like student loan debt, we've seen a number of our members not only propose ideas and find common ground, but get those bills over the finish line and demonstrate you can actually get things done in politics at a time when very few people believe that. So again, thank you to all the representatives. I think they're honoring a very important tradition in American history, which is the idea that young people can drive the future of our country and they can play an active role in transforming this country. It's none other than the founding fathers themselves, who are a band of young upstarts, the same age as the folks standing behind me here, who decided to create the Declaration of Independence and create the Constitution. A lot of people forget Thomas Jefferson was only 33 years old when he wrote the Declaration. James Madison was only 36 years old when he wrote the Constitution. Most of the founding fathers in 1776 were under the age of 40, and they articulated a vision for government that was about coming together. It was about this country being large and diverse, but through these institutions of governance, we can reconcile those differences and advance the public interest. So that's the effort we have underway here, and I'm just honored to be standing with all of you today to launch the Oregon Future Caucus. Thank you, and with that, we will open it up to questions.